Hello friends, it's Tonton from set 3054. As you might have seen, that's not the same account as usual. I'm starting a new series of videos which will be focused on really the first few days of the game and the first few weeks actually. So we'll start today with day 1 and 2. This account is, as you can see, 3 days old, so we kind of make a summary of what I've done the first 2 days, what you can expect to do, what you should aim for, and then we'll do day 3, 4, 5 together. Then I will do a review of the first all of shift and some of the main events that you need to see basically as a new player in the game. So many of you watching are not there anymore, but if you ever consider starting again, that will be very handy. If you have friends that start the game, that will be very handy for them. You make a lot of mistakes when you start this game. The beginning is really rough. This account is fully free to play. I have no extra march. I have no extra builders. I did not purchase any packs at all. I don't have the first purchase. It's still here. So, and for those who have been watching for a while, it's not the city I said I will do and I will restart, right? That's not an account I'll spend money on and all of that. That's meant to, I'll play it for a few weeks, maybe a few months. I'll already cover the beginning of the game. I wanted to have a fresh experience because now they have added island, and they have Daybreak Island and many other things. So my experience from starting fresh in the past is very different from the one that you guys are experimenting today. So without further ado, let's jump on the guide. So what have been my experience so far? So I started 3 days ago. I'm at the end of day 3. So as you can see, maybe I'll show you a bit more, but I'm starting, my furnace is 14, so I'll start 15 before I go to bed, so it's finishing during the night. So I have most of the key buildings level 13 or 14, and that's really all good, right? What are the challenges I faced? You face a big struggle in terms of resources. So like your resources is really tough. I played a lot the first day. I like resources so bad. You are missing steel. Speed up is not really an issue. All of that is not really an issue. So that will be kind of the main thing to do basically, is to optimize for resources and make smart choices about developing your city. Something to consider is that if you care to play the game seriously, and you do tend to play games seriously, I will suggest you to buy right away 2 packs. If you pop in the game and you're like, that game looks cool, I'm gonna play it for a while, I suggest you buy the second builder pack, so that's 350 in euros, and the extra March queue. Everything else you will see later if you invest in the game, but I really think that if you care to spend, care to play the game, and you're like, I really want to give it a shot, it makes your life so much faster. You will get a bit of extra resources, not that much, but a tiny bit of VIP points, tiny bit of gems, and you will get, more importantly, an extra march and an extra builder, which it costs 1,000 gems to get the extra builder for 2 days, which I'll suggest you later in the video to get most of the time. For me, it's not always working, but it's working at least half of the time, so it's clearly spinning things up between furnace level. So these 2 packs are absolutely, the best ones to buy if you ever consider. And it's a way for me, when I play a mobile game, even if I don't play for long, it's a way to say thank you to the developers, right? And they probably don't need the money, but I don't know, it's kind of a mindset. If I use free content, usually, I played a lot of tower defense games that were, free to play and stuff, and I buy 1 or 2 packs. I buy for 5-10 euros just to say, just to kind of give something back to people that make the game, and not games are as successful as this one, and these guys probably don't need that much money anyway, but that's a philosophy, I guess. So what to focus on after these 2 packs, right? So when you will come online, you will have it's gonna go very quick. Like the building is gonna take 2 seconds and 10 seconds and 30 seconds, but it's gonna slowly slow up and slow down. And at the end of the first day, you will start to see it slow down already. But the idea will be, basically, when you start over, will be to upgrade more or less everything. You have to, everything will unlock slowly, so you can unlock everything. What do you have to pay attention for, right? Is like, as you can see, some of the buildings are a bit behind, right? So what you usually want in Whiteout Survival is rushing furnace level. That's the most important thing that will make you stronger, and it's okay to rush on this game. There are games like that where you should not rush, and you should upgrade every building, and you should take your time. Whiteout Survival is not one of these games. You have to rush, and that's the best thing you can do. So how to rush? Basically, on the left, you have your building that's bringing you resources. So you have food, wood, coal, and iron, right? So you basically want to keep this building upgraded at all time and catching up with your level. So my furnace is 14, these buildings are 14, and everything in this building is upgraded. Leave it at that right now. Here you have shelters. You basically want to build them, and the cookhouse is maxed out. You can push it a bit, but you can delay the cookout a bit, right? But it's basically having all the shelters, because when your shelters are level 2, you can get two people per shelter, and or 4 people per shelter actually. So you will get the amount of people you need to basically fill your buildings and everything. So you can keep them level 5, 6, 7. That's okay. You want to rush to furnace 7, so every time basically when you upgrade your furnace level, you see what are the requirements, right? In terms of wood, in terms of foods, in terms of everything. So you will basically make sure to upgrade these first. And if you look at me, I need embassy, I'm doing embassy. I need Lancer camp, I'm doing Lancer camp. So as soon as Lancer camp is done, I could technically speed up embassy, and I could improve to level 15. And if you do that very effectively, you're gonna progress quick. So basically, every time you reach a new furnace level, you want to check what are the requirements. And they are always the same for everyone, so that that can be fun online, but I don't want it to be too complex. But so focus, do furnace level 7. First day, that should be okay. You can go to furnace 10 to 11 if you really play a lot. That's gonna take quite a bit of time to do that. Sorry again for the phone. I always forgot to cut it. And then you focus on your building and you do everything else to level 5, 6, like the infirmary level 5, 6 is enough. These are 5, 6 is enough. In these buildings, you don't improve the building that requires steel. You will miss a lot of steel in the first few days of the game. Not later, but the first few game will be very, very hard on steel. So basically you can do 2, 3 levels or 4, 5 like I've done, and 7 is too much already. So in this building, on the food, on the infirmary, on the clinic, and on the shelters, you want to do 4, 5 levels, and maybe I do 5 levels here. It's kind of cheap for me at this point. And the ones that are taking resources, you want to max them out anyway, right? So that's something you need to max out, but to level them. So okay, shelters level 5, 6, maybe 7. All this building as far as your or the production building as far as your main furnace, and then down there you have some building you unlock, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But you have your camps, and your camps you want to keep them to the max level as well, because you will always need high level camps. Research center, you will want it to the high level as well, right? And then embassy to high level as well, and maybe command center. So these are the 6 buildings you care to basically improve down there. The other one, they either don't have levels, like the enlistment office, which will be endgame building. You don't really need it, but you can skip the storehouse, you can keep the infirmary, you can keep the barricade for now, right? The arena, you don't need to improve it. All of that, you don't need to improve it. So that's kind of for the buildings, right? What do you do with something important to do early days is to increase your VIP to level 2. And it's gonna cost you a bit of gems. But if you increase it to level 2, what will be available to you is you will go to the shop down there, you will go to the VIP shop, and you will unlock these. And wood and food is super cheap. They are really, really super cheap. Iron is expensive, and coal is a bit less expensive, but it's still expensive, right? If you look at it, it costs 40 gems. There's 200 of them to buy, so that costs 2,000 gems, and you have better use of gems at this point. So you want to buy these, to buy out the food and the wood and the iron and the coal. You want to buy out as much as you need, and I might need some later to start furnace 15. So that's something to do. Then you don't have to push VIP. You can keep your VIP to level 2 for now. That's something you will push a bit later, and to push your VIP, you basically use gems, right? So for 1,000 gems, for 2,000 gems, you get 1,000 VIP points, so you get half of the VIP point fair gems. So you push to level 2 when you have some gems. Day 1 should be okay. Day 2 maybe if you're a bit slow, and that's okay. So that's it for building, that's it for VIP level. So let's talk about heroes. The heroes is a bit confusing at the beginning, and as you can see, all of my heroes are max level, 31 for my level, but actually not, 34 now. But when you start the game, it's because level 13 you unlock the drill camp, and drill camp allows you to share experience from your top 5 heroes to all the other ones. So these top heroes I'm leveling, and they are giving XP to my other heroes, right? But you have that level 13. So that's why when you are before level 13, you basically want to put your XP and your shards only on 5 heroes. You want to really focus on having a strong team. And often a strong team will mean Molly. You will get her day 2 if you are not lucky with the keys day 1. Then Sergei is a very good infantry hero. Baiti is a very good marksman hero. So Molly is a lancer, Baiti is a marksman. You can see here, right? And Sergei is an infantry. And then you will likely get, 2 other, whichever you have first. So for me, it was Smith, but it could be someone else. It could be literally whoever. It's Chloris as well, because that's the one I got, but it could be someone else as well. I'll basically swap Chloris for Gina a bit later, right? But for now, that's what I got. I level up these 5 heroes. They are good enough to start with. So focus on 5 heroes, ideally 2 infantry, 2 marksmen, 1 lancer, basically. And your lancer, you want to be Molly as soon as you can. If you put XP on a hero you should not, don't worry, you can reset it in the drill camp level 13. Like, if I did not want it to level Chloris, then I can take back the XP, it's free. You see it's going from 34 to 1, so you can correct mistakes. What you cannot remove is the amount of shards you give, right? So if you use shards, you cannot remove them. So you have to kind of think about the heroes you want. And in the first few days, it could be confusing, but basically the good ones are Baiti, Jesse, Patrick, Molly, Sergei for free to play. The 5 at the top, and Gina. These are the 6 heroes you will likely play with and you will likely use at the beginning. I'm talking about the first few days. Later it's a bit different, but for your first week, your first 10 days in the game, if you have these 5-6 heroes in a very good spot, that's really good. Jesse and Patrick are not that urgent because they are lancers and you're gonna use Molly when you need one. So they are more like for group play, when you play with your team, when you play with your alliance. So that's about heroes. One of the best advice I suggest as well to you guys is to go to the most active alliance if you can. If not, you go to the next one. So it's basically ranked by power. So if you go top left, you go leaderboard, you look at alliance power, and you try to get in one of the first alliance, right? You can see there is a big difference between the second one and the third one, but they are probably still very active. And if you start to join alliance 3, 4, 5, often they are a lot less active. That's people that are playing 2 or 3 times less per day. You don't have many spenders in it. We have a lot more spenders. So overall, you will get a shit ton of more of reward and progress from joining one of the top alliance, and that's really, really important. Something you want to do is, we do some together because I just increased the XP of my heroes, is doing your exploration. So exploration is a game mode when you can put 5 heroes on the battlefield, so 2 infantry, 2 marksmen, 1 lancer, as you can see, and you will fight against another setup, but this is not a player, that's a computer. And the more level you smash, basically, the more steel you get, and we'll talk about steel in a minute. But that's really, really important. And you see, you cannot skip it, you have to play it, but you see I'm winning, so I'm doing 1 more level. So that's good, it's increasing. I got a bit of steel, plus a bit of XP, plus some things, and then I'll be able to get more rewards. So that's something you want to do often. As soon as you increase a hero in terms of shards, in terms of having a new one, because you might start with 1 or 2, then you get 3, then go back to exploration and always do your exploration, basically. That's really, really important. Yeah, and for your steel, so you will want to use steel on 2 things, right? Steel is used to improve these. So you have these the first six here, which you get slowly. So at the beginning, you get 1 worker in the building, then you get 2 workers in the building, then 3. You will unlock them slowly, but they are like the production bench, right? So you can assign one of your settlers, or survivors, or they're called in this game, and they will produce some wood. And if you do your shelters, you have enough people to fill your building. Basically, every time you have new slots in your building to produce, it means that you have new shelter you can build or increase them. But I think your shelters are giving the maximum the maximum amount of beds level 2 because you need 2 bunk beds, so that's 2 people and 2 people. So level 2, your shelters are okay. It's just they're giving a bit more whatever bookshelf. It's a bit more happiness, and people are a bit more relaxed, and they basically are more comfortable. It's a bit warmer, and so you will basically have them more. They will be more productive. They will be more productive and happy basically. So yeah, make sure you use some steel here, but at the beginning you will really lack steel, so don't do a lot. Do 3, 4, 5 levels, depending on your steel. And again, steel you get it from exploration. That's the only where you can get it, except if you buy packs with money, basically. So yeah, do a few levels, 2, 3, 4, 5, and kind of stop it because we'll go through research. And basically, research is improvement you can make to your city, basically. So you have three branches. You can see battle, you don't touch it. You touch it next week, you touch it in a few days. For now, there is no point in touching battle. You touch battle when you start to have too much steel, and it's going to take you a few days to get there. In economy, that's not where you start. You could start as well economy, but that's where you will get, actually that's where you start actually. Yes, you will get a lot of production speed, so your buildings will give you more. And if you have 13 here, plus if I have another one here, it's another 13, so it's 27% production. So if I was doing 100 an hour, I'll do 127, right? Which is good, basically. And you get gathering speed. I'll talk about gathering in a minute, but that's reducing gathering speed a lot. So these are not multiplicative, they're additive, so it's not 2 times faster. Don't it's not that crazy, because you have a lot of researches. So you will want to start to max out, basically, everything in the economy as soon as you can. And in the growth, what you care about is to progress through, so you upgrade one of them. Like I've made the mistake again. I forgot how much steel was tough, so that's why I wanted to do an account again, is to really get connected again with the beginnings, because for me it's a year and a half since I've done it. So you want to do all of these, you want to do level 1, and you want to unlock, to rush to command tactics, right? So this one is available level 13. So you should reach that day 2 if you play a lot, day 3 if you play a bit less, day 4 if you play a lot less. And then you get another one level 17. So these are adding an extra march, and we'll talk about your march later. But these are really important because they will give you extra march, and you will be able to gather more, to do more beasts, more events in the game. And as a free-to-play, you can get up to 5 marches, and pay-to-win can get 6 marches. That's why buying the one for 250 or €5, whichever it is really important at the beginning. It will really help you to get the extra march. And then you get another one, level 18. So this one is, I forgot, maybe it's 15 or something. 18, and you don't get an extra one, right? So you get one for free when you start the game. You get 3 from research, so level 18. So that's why it's important to rush your finesse level as well, is to get more marches. You get 1 march from being VIP 6. One march queue, but that will be for later stage. You will focus on VIP, but a tiny bit after the first few days, and I'll cover a bit either today or in tomorrow's video, basically. So VIP only level 2 for now. Okay, so you get your extra marches. So you focus on your economy to get resources, because that's what you will need the most. And then in growth, you can do everything to 1 point. And if you want to, when you start to be level 10 plus, like I am, you can do the construction one, that are increasing your construction speed, because building will start to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 hours. And if you look at me already, you can always see your stats here. See, like gathering speed, it's like 70%, so that's really good. That's removing a lot of speed, and I already have 11% of construction speed, right? So construction that takes 10 hours, they'll take 9 hours now. So that's really, really good. That's really help you to gain some time, basically, on your buildings. You see, like the original is 18, and I'm building in 16 and 15 minutes. So yeah, I'll build it over 9. So that's something you want to time as well. So that's kind of your for your steel, how you manage it, and you see how much you have. For me, I could do a lot of battle research, but battle research, they will cost me resources and they will cost me steel. See, I have 20k steel, and that's 500 per research. So that's I'm doing, and these they will cost more later. So I'm doing 10 research, and I'll be out of steel, and that will cost me resources, which right now it's not that much, but it will increase a lot soon when I upgrade a few. So I'll run out of steel that I could use on better research for me right now. I'll run out of resources, which is, it's more important for now to increase my buildings. And then soon you will do the research, but not just yet. One other tips is to collect all the gems that the game gives you for free. So if you go, I kind of collect them all, but if you go here, you can join Facebook, you can join Discord, you can click on everything and you will get gems for free. So that's something you could claim. You can fill the survey. The survey is a bit long. It takes 3-4 minutes, but you can get the gems. I'm not gonna do it on that account because it's not something I'm gonna keep forever, but else I would have done it basically. So that's one thing. So get all the gems for free basically. You can train troops. But sometimes it might worth delaying training troops to get the buildings first. And day 1 to 3, training troops might not be possible 100% of the time. If you rush, after that you're gonna need to train 100% of the time. It's just for the first few days. You might want to not train if you are really lack resources and your priority is starting like your furnace before you go to bed, for example. Then that could be actually a good choice. There are 2 events that are really important. You have your trial event, so it's accessible here. And you can basically, it's very simple. It's train troops, finish intel missions, train troops again, log in every day, upgrade your furnace to 17. So that should be reachable in 7 days, but you need to play a lot. Not everyone managed to do that. Many people actually do not manage to do that. And you need to clear a bit of exploration. So if you follow my guides and my priority list, that's gonna be okay. These events give you a bit of reward every time. So shards, speed ups, all of it. It's giving you shards. It's not the most rewarding, but it's it's a good buff, and that's things you should do naturally. Basically, there is nothing that you shouldn't do here. It's all things you should do, and there is the same with the rookies growth. Which it's basically by completing things in trial. I think they are linked together. You get point in rookies growth, and you get extra reward. That's actually by improving. Okay, fair enough. Never mind. It's not linked to the other one. It's linked to your power. So if you increase power and stuff like that, you go to the next. Reward. It gives you more points here. You fill the bar, and every time you fill a bit more the bar, you unlock threshold, right? So you can always click here to see where you are and where you need to go. And you need to increase a bit your tech, you need to increase a bit your thing. And these are good rewards, and you get particularly a lot of resources here, plus a city skin that help you gathering 5% faster. So it's a motivation when you start the game. You get a little emote, you get a bit of gems. So these are important events to do. Something you will have to do as well every day will be your intel mission. They are here in that building, in that little, there is a little spot on it. Do them every day. That's very simple to do. There's not much to say, but do them every day. And this one is a special beast that you need to see if you are powerful enough to beat it. But every time you kill it, it gets stronger, right? So it's a bit of a different shape, but that could give you a lot of loot, a lot of shards and things like that. So that's good to beat, and you use mostly your stamina on that, right? That's mostly what you want to do, your stamina. You don't want to use your gem to speed up building or to buy resources from here. That's a big mistake people do. So let's say I'm here, and I will have enough. Yeah, let me show you, right? I'm here, and I'm using, let's say that. And let's say I have nothing. Let me use all I have, right? And say I have nothing else, right? Here the game allows me to buy some. So here to get 10k, it got me 25 gems. If I'm VIP 2, if I'm going here, to get 10k, it costs me 10 gems. So it's 60% discount, right? So as long as you have resources here, do not buy them on the building, and do not buy them with gems full price. That does not worth it. Unless you miss a very tiny few and you need 200 gems before you go to bed to start a 10-hour upgrade. Then in that case, it's working. Soon enough, you will get a few hundred gems per day. Few thousand, sorry. Right now, they are a bit scarce, but you will get, a few thousand gems per day. So that's going to be very much okay very soon. So don't use your gems on building, except if you like a very tiny bit. So that's really it for day 1 and 2. What mistake could you make? You could attack people. You have a very limited amount of troops. Like for me, I got 42k troops, but yesterday I had like 15k. I had a lot less or something like that. So you get a very little amount of troops. And we had people attacking our teammates. And you see like that dude, he used 8,000 troops, 8,300 troops, and he lost. They are dead permanently. He will never get them back. He lost 3k troops. And he lost, so he gained nothing. He didn't stole any resources. In that game, you can attack people to get resources. And many people are very aggressive on the first few days. They are very, very aggressive. And they attack people unless you spend money and you are a lot faster. And you are actually, if you have a report that's like that, that you have 5 dead and you are killing the other opponent, whatever, that's okay. You can attack, you be in the offense. But most likely, unless you spend a lot of money, it's not going to happen. So that dude is saying, 3,200 troops, 1,000 died. So it's gonna take me to train 1,000 troops right now. It's gonna take me a few hours, a good few hours, and there will be weak troops, but they're gonna cost me resources, which I like. So do not fight. Really do not fight. That's for later in the game, basically. Unless you are doing it as a team and you are playing with people that knows what they do and they are very strong and they are spending money. If you look at me, I'm 100% free to play on this state, but personal power, I'm 400 on the states. Hero power, I'm 400. So I'm 900. I'm behind because I'm free to play and I'm accumulating for all of Chiefs. But I'll talk about that in another video. So this one is not so long. What else you can do? So you see, at the beginning, one of the other issue you will have is actually the amount of resources you get. The amount of troops you get. I don't have enough troops to farm all I want. So if I send, for example, let's say I'm going to farm a level 6 tile on wood. Let's do level 6 on... I will do level 6 on iron, right? So if I send all my troops, see, like I'm sending, I have 15k troops back in my base. That's how much my squad is having right now, right? It can hold 35k, nearly 35k, and I have 15k. And I can collect 116k, right? But the tide is 150, so I cannot collect it all. I don't have enough troops to collect the full node, which I can still send my march, right? But then I cannot. I have 3 marches. I have one here that is collecting this one. I'll have one here that took all of the troops out of my city, which means I cannot use my 3rd march. Actually, cannot use my 3rd march because I have no troops, and your heroes only cannot do anything. You need troops. So how do you do that? Often what you do is you are not farming the biggest nodes. For me, I can farm 1 level 6, but not 2 level 6. So if I want to farm only 1, then I could send it to a level 6 and not bother for a while, because that took me 4 hours to gather. Or I can just do, I'll do level 5, basically. I'll do level 5. And that's okay because I can gather 60k and I have enough troops and I have some troops left. So how do you manage that? How do you manage your heroes, your troops? So you farm kind of weaker, not max level nodes. So, and often what will be suggested is to always keep a march. So I'll talk about that in a sec, but I'm just doing it as we go. There is an opportunity. So for me, I have 3 marches, so I'll send 2 farming all the time, for example. So I'll send another one here. And I have one here, and I kept one to basically either I will keep it to start rallies myself because you have stamina that every day you get stamina, and every 12 hours you get a warm welcome and you get an extra 120 stamina. Basically you will get 5 stamina, you will get 1 stamina per 5 minutes, so it's 12 stamina per hour, plus every 12 hours you get 120, so it's at midnight and 12 UTC. The game is UTC based, so you can always look at time here. That's UTC, and you can convert it to your local time if you are not sure. The bear is at 21 UTC, but if you don't know where UTC is, you can convert it to your time, so you know. But I'll talk about the bear in day 3 video. So you gather with 2 tiles, you keep one home, and you basically join rallies. So you have an auto join feature if you go to Alliance, if you go to War, and you can enable auto join, right? So that's the way. And for example, for me, you can send the limit, but I'll set 3 because when I go to bed, I want my 3 March to join rallies when they're not gathering anymore. And this auto join, you get reward up to 50 times per day on different type of monsters. So you have Polar Terror, you have Gina's event, which is Gina's Revenge, which is an event, but you get some loot, right, from that. And that's actually really important. If you look at it, let's look at what happens. So I joined someone rally, my march went to their base. Now their rally is marching toward the target. The target is that dude, the Berserker Crypt, and I can get any of that, right? So you can see I got a Gina shard, so that's gonna improve a hero. I got a bit of XP, a bit of speed up. I got a bit of resources. So, you know, if you join, if you manage somehow, if you join one of the most active alliance, and you get 100 of these per day, because you can get, you know, 50 polar. At least you can get 50 per days, most days, and when there is Gina event, you can get 50 more. Then you will get, you know, 50 times that kind of rewards every day. So that's really important. And every time you kill a Polar Terror, you get that kind of reward as well, or Gina. So you get on top of it, and that you can get 500 per day, right? So here, by joining a rally, you can get, so that's why I hope I'm not losing you. But here, by joining rallies, you get 50 times the rewards for joining the rally per day per type of monsters, and you can have 2 or 3 types of monster depending on events available. So that's, you know, 50, 100 or 150 you can get per days. Plus you can get the chest in your Alliance store, and you can get, you know, 5 minutes of speed up, 8 minutes of speed ups, 2k of XP, but that's up to 500 times a day, you know, so that's adding up, you know, a bit of gems, bit of XP, you get a lot of little extra XP for your heroes and speed up, so that's really important. That's why you want an active alliance. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. So that's the one from joining the beast, right? The Polar Terror. So you get, I was surprised you don't get resources, but you get resources, you get speed up, right? So that's for joining the beast. And that the alliance gift are when spenders are buying packs. So you see, like today, we had many packs purchased, right? So we had 12 minutes speed up, some gems, we had, you know, XP, speed ups, and some people are buying big packs. I'll show you one because we had one today. So here are small packs, like 30 points is $5 pack, basically. But you get packs that give 60, so these are bigger packs. I'll talk about packs in a moment. These 300, that's people that are buying 50 euro packs, right? And there are 600 ones, like this one, that are people that are buying $100 packs, right? So you can get, instead of having 2k XP, you can get 20k or 50k actually XP. So you get a lot from just that in XP of speed up. So that's why you want a top alliance as well. And in terms of packs, I'll talk about packs, and then that will be it for today, guys, in case you want to spend a bit of money. So the main 2 important ones are really your queues. So you go to the menu here, if you consider spending this one, the March queue and that. So what do you do then? You know, if you say I want to spend 50 euro, for example, and it depends. You have a few options, so I'll cover everything, but you have a lot of options. One good one, what I could suggest would be to maybe buy the daily deal. It's not a good pack, but if you buy it once or 2 or 3 times every day for the beginning, you will be able to put Zinman. Basically, you will unlock Zinman, which is that dude, and you will be able to put him to 2 stars. So that's 1 star. You can put your heroes to 5 stars, and if you put Zinman to 2 stars, you're gonna be able to level up this skill to level 3, and this skill is very important to get at least to level 3. And if you don't buy packs, you will get other ways to do that. That will just gonna take more time, and I'll talk about that in the next video. But you can basically put Dinman to level, 1 star or 2 star, and you can level up this skill, which reduces the cost of building. So if the cost was costing $1 million, then it's removing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15%. So that's a lot of resources you need. You don't need to use. You can keep to do something else, and it's increasing the building time. So you will build it faster as well. And that's Dinman overall is not such a good hero. He's kind of not so good. They improved it a bit, but it's not so good. So, but that's really important in the beginning. So you will want to have him to 2 stars at least, maybe 3 stars. And I'll explain, if you are free to play and you don't want to spend money, I'll explain how in the next video. But that basically has to do with the Hall of Chief and the Lucky Wheel you see in the calendar. And if you want to look at that yourself, you can, but I'll cover it tomorrow. So that's one thing. So one pack could be, and that's €6 per day. So it's going to be, €6 to put him 1 star and probably 12 more euro to put him, or $10 to put him 2 stars. Here, you have a very good pack, that's this one, because you get a 50% discount when you start, right? It gives you gems, your VIP, actually, for your VIP bonus to be active, you have to activate your VIP level, which by default costs gem. And you usually want to do 10,000 gem for 30 days, right? So that's worth to activate when you are VIP 4. When you are not VIP 4, like you get some days for free at the beginning, but if you are between VIP 2 and 4 and you are not VIP 4 yet, I would not spend gems on activating my VIP. I'll just improve my VIP until I'm VIP 4, then I'll activate it until I get 10,000 gems to actually make it for 30 days, and every 30 days I'll invest the 10,000 gems. If you spend money, you can buy the weekly pack. I mean, that's a monthly pack, right? That lasts for a month. So that you get stamina, you get XP, you get that's a daily chest you claim. You get a bit of resources, and you get your VIP activated for 30 days. So that's really good. This one is, is not the best pack full price, but half price is very, very good. For packs, usually a good pack is around 3,000%. So 2,000 is decent, but that's really only speed ups. What you want and what will be your goal at the beginning will be to reach to Furnace 30. So you need construction speed ups, general speed up that you will use as construction speed up, and resources. That's mostly what you need. That's what the most important thing. This pack, the one that are called the regular packs, are not really good. They are a bit expensive, so they are more for spenders. Like if you plan to, if you have a budget of a few €100 per month, these are very low value pack in most of them. But if you really want to speed up the first few days, you can get a lot of resources here. No speed up, but a lot of resources. You can get resources and gems and VIP points, so you can increase your VIP point a lot. So that could be interesting. You get city construction, which give you some speed up and resources. So less resources but speed ups. They have a few packs you could consider buying, right? XP probably not, unless you really care to be a whale. Molly you will have her maxed anyway at some point, so unless you really want to have a edge at the beginning, but it's not really a good pack, but I'll mostly go like for actually if you buy one here, I will go with the fast development pack because it's twice the percentage of the other, so you have both speed ups and decent amount of resources, plus you have some keys and everything. And else you will get packs when you do things in the game. So that's when you reach a certain level of, a rookie value pack. So it's a decent pack as well because you get, you get a bit of gems. So gems, VIP points, you get speed ups, and you get resources. When you reach certain furnace level, so 13, for example, you have that kind of pack. So that's a lot of speed up and a lot of resources, and that's already €12. So these packs are, close to 300%. They are not the best, but if you care to do what's important, to rush to Furnace at least 25 or something like that, that's gonna be good packs to buy. But these are ready for people that will spend 100, 200, 300 over that per month. Otherwise, I would suggest not to buy these, or you buy one or two to really speed up the first few levels. But a pack like that, €12 might help you to go from 13 to 14, but it's not. It's gonna help you one level. One city level, and then over time it will cost and more money to go to 20 to 21. It's not going to be €12 anymore. It's going to be a lot more. It's going to be 50. Then to go to 29 to 30, it's going to take you a few €100. So you cannot just buy cheap packs and get to the end of the game. You have some packs as well in what they call deals. So the weekly benefit card, which later you will have choice on which one you buy, but right now you just have this one, and it's a 300% one. It's a bit of steel, so you do a bit more research. It's a bit of speed up construction. It's a bit of everything, resources. So it's not a great pack, but if you care to push, that's one of the good one. The Intel mission as well is as well interesting. Monthly Intel mission, so that's a monthly pack. So you get a lot of things as well for a bit more resources, and these are not the same resources, so that could be good options. Daybreak is 300, 800, so you get a bit, you get other stuff in it, but that could help you get your Zinman, that get some gear. Basically, you can do some stuff. It's not the best, you don't have resources, for example. So if you really care to just push for furnace level, which you should do, that's not the best pack. And first purchase, when you purchase something, you will get that basically, and that's okay, right? So that's kind of the pack you should consider. You should consider to help yourself, but I don't want to push you to spend. I just want, if you spend, I want to kind of give you first few highlights, and everyone that is in the, like basically to give you a bit of a progression, right? Day one, you could be furnace 10 to 11 if you are free to play and you play well and a lot. Then you can be furnace 13. Today at the free to play I've done levels 14 and I will start level 15 tonight. So you see, start to slow down a lot, and then maybe tomorrow I'll just do furnace 16 or 7. Maybe I manage still to do 2 furnace tomorrow, but then it will start to be 1 furnace per day. Then it will be 1 furnace level every few days, and it will start to slow down a lot. One important milestone to reach, it could be furnace 19. So because you unlock a new game mode, and that's gonna give you extra resources and everything, which called the Daybreak Island, but I'll cover that later. But that's it, guys. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if it was, what you were missing, what information do you need. If you are new to the game, welcome to Whiteout Survival. I make a lot of guides for you that will and to cover the late game as well. I've covered a lot of late game, so now I'm kind of covering things for the newbies, the newcomer, the new joiners, people from either they are gamers already and they just want to know this game, or you are new to gaming and you don't really know how it works. So I'll try to cover it all for you. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. If we reach 1,000 subscribers, I will release my Discord when there are all these things written. So it's in a more compact format that you just have to read and you get the information. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.